anyone who hasn't been following this, this is the case of Dominique Pelicot, a man who admitted drugging and raping his wife for around a decade and inviting scores of other men to rape her as well. And he was on trial here, accused of aggravated rape. Alongside him were 50 other men accused of crimes including rape and sexual assaults. Now, all on trial here today have been found guilty of a variety of crimes. 47 men found guilty of rape, 2 men found guilty of attempted rape, and 2 men of sexual assault. But the key headline, I suppose, is that Dominique Pelicot, the man who some have called the conductor of this orchestra of abusers, has been sentenced to a maximum of 20 years in prison. That is what the prosecutors had called for when they laid down their request for sentencing. That is what the judges have agreed with. Now, the other men on trial have also been handed their sentences today. Before they were given them, the sentences that were requested range from the 4 years at one end and 20 years to Dominique Pelicot. In total, we now know that all of those men have got combined sentences totaling more than 400 years in jail.
In terms of the sort of reaction there on both the arrivals and I guess their departures are very much behind closed doors now, is there total unity across France, across the region in terms of views towards this case?
Certainly for the people that you see outside this court, they are all very clearly in support. The people that you see clapping Gisele as she arrives, they are all very clearly in support of her. Now, we have seen, as the morning went on and some of the other defendants were handed their case, we could hear 2 women crying at the top of the steps there. And my colleague told me that they were relatives of one of the defendants who'd been handed their case. And I think it's important to remember that the men involved in this, many of them have families, most of them have jobs, and of course Gisele Pelicot is the survivor at the centre of this, but the ramifications of what they've done will affect their own families, their own communities, and this community, because it's shocking and surprising to many living here that all of the men who are in trial, or the majority of them, came from around a 40-mile radius of Bassan, which is where the Pelicots lived. It's a quiet, pretty Provençal village. Little did neighbours know that Dominique Pelicot, who was apparently a family man, very friendly, was popular with the couple's friends, was trusted by Gisele as her perfect husband, was actually carrying out and perfecting this hideous crime against his wife.